Welcome, everyone. Let's call the meeting to order. Can we do a roll call, please? Chad? Here. Right. Victor Reedman? Here. Rosemary Brown? Here. Garrett Silcott? Here. Ron Snyder? Absent. Brad Coulter? Absent. Jeffrey Westling? He's going to come in on remote, correct?
I don't know. He never said today.
And then Dustin Manson? Mason. I'm sorry. Munson.
Brad might be here. He was working on a closing,
Okay.
so he wasn't sure when he.
But we have a quorum, so we can go ahead and move forward. Okay. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the minutes of the December 19 meeting?
Yes, I have.
Okay. If there's some changes or questions, I would accept a motion to approve.
A motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. We're ready for the financial reports.
I brought the wrong thing. I have two claims.
Three.
Just two. One for Wilson Lawson Myers for $1,102 for the annual insurance. And then we also have Stoneman Mitchell Municipal, I can't talk, $2,600. And as I said, I did not bring my fund report. I'm sorry.
Rosemary, what did you say that was for Wilson Lawson Myers?
$1,102
Okay.
is a public employee dishonesty policy, theft, disappearance, and destruction policy.
Thank you.
It's a board policy, covers everyone on the board.
Right. Okay, if there's no questions or concerns, I would accept a motion to approve the financial reports.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. New business.
Okay. Market Street Plaza, I'll start with that. We've ramped up the marketing, the sponsorship package. We're starting to receive a lot of sponsorships coming in, which is a good thing. I've just been personally going around knocking on doors and handing them out.
Yeah.
It makes it a little different when it comes from me, I think. But we're starting to get a good response.
Very good.
We still need a lot more. So the more come in, the better. The more we get, the better shows we have.
Right.
One of the things we are doing different this year, the fireworks issue has always been, since it's been shut down, has been an issue. The city's never done fireworks in the past. It's always been an outside group. The JC's Club always did it. And they would do the fundraising. We just use the park as their event space is all that ever was. We did carry a specific insurance policy for that, but it was just to protect everybody. But since they really are no longer in existence, the fundraising kind of went away, and there's just, the city coffers just doesn't have it to do that. With the 250th anniversary, we got the idea of doing a concert and having a fireworks show to follow just to celebrate our 250th anniversary, because that's a big deal. We stuck some money back from art money to help get Market Street Plaza kicked off, because it's hard to secure bands if you don't have money. You got to figure out how to do it, because some of these bands require instant deposit, especially if they're a bigger, larger act. So we use those dollars to help get it started, and we'll continue fundraising. If we raise more than what we have guaranteed this year, we'll roll out into next year and help us do the exact same thing. My real goal was we raise it in 1 year to spend it in the next year, so it makes planning a lot easier. The fireworks was an addition. I've been trying to work with several firework vendors. Everyone's interested, but no one would ever get back with me. And there's not many of those guys around. I spent weeks, if not months, waiting on return phone calls. They tell me they call me on Monday. They never call me on Monday. I'll call them on Friday. Oh yeah, we're getting to you. I just gave up. Finally, I didn't even know this, but we had a city employee whose son does fireworks, and I did not know that. So I reached out to them, and they are very interested. They've got an extensive background in, I would say, blowing things up.
Military.
Say that, military. So he kind of follows this as a natural thing for him to walk right into. So he does have a fire company. He's got all the license. He's literally has everything. I would rather use a local person. I just didn't know we had a local person. So he gave us a price, and he's not making any money. He doesn't want to make money. He just wants to support our community. There will be some people there working with him that he will be paying. So I said, I want you to make money. I want you here every year if I can. So he gave me a price early on. I said, do it. I'll figure out how to fund this thing later. I didn't know, but I had to secure this thing.
All right.
He called me back and said, hey, I got an updated price because they got a container in full of product and they got a new one coming in. They just want to get this out of the way. He goes, it's all stuff we already use anyway. So he gave me a better price if we can buy this container. The problem is we were looking at it right now it's at $20,000. And people think fireworks are cheap. They are
No,
not.
they're not.
It's very expensive. Well, Randy, you've got a lot of experience. You understand how the explosive stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to have this. He said, I really had to have it checked by the middle of next week to get this done. So, what I would like to do is present two different options for the redevelopment commission here. This goes right along with redevelopment. We've got a very nice band for the 4th of July celebration. In fact, I was told today that there's a touring artist who wants this band to open for them. You usually don't see tribute bands opening for someone, but they are that good. They're doing a show here. It's got some Connersville ties to it from the original band, not the tribute band, but the original band. So it's going to be a big event for Connersville, and we're going to have a fireworks show. We were looking at 2 locations. The first location we were looking at is not really going to work right now. We can make it work, but it's going to take a lot of work to get it there. I just can't see doing that. The second location we're going to do it was over here at the old Little League field. We've got plenty of space around there. The reason we didn't want to do it at the park was that is actually lower than that. So if you launch fireworks at the park, you can only see it from the park or that little surrounding area there. Little League, we got whole east side, they can see it, downtown can see it, everyone will be able to see it because it's actually higher than the park. Little League is higher than the park elevation wise. I never would have thought that. Plus, you can see it from the show downtown. So we have the concert downtown. You literally turn around, there's going to be a big fireworks show right there. Plus, I think more people can see it. So that's what we're doing with that. We met, I don't think it was last week, to really secure our locations. Everyone's very comfortable with that location. The fire chief's involved with that decision-making process as well. So we're going to get the permits for that and start working towards that. What I'd like to see the Redevelopment Commission do is, we got 2 different options here, and I'm going to discuss both options. The first one is pay for the $20,000 so we can get this thing up and running. We're getting donations coming in for the fireworks, and there's some groups trying to raise money for fireworks because a lot of people want to see them come back. I don't see them, I could be wrong, but I don't see them raising $20,000. I know in the past what they've raised because they were launching themselves and buying themselves, doing different things, and that's not even close to this amount. So going forward, I don't know how that looks. So we can do one or two things. We can pay for this show, then whatever money comes in for donations, we can reimburse the Redevelopment Commission back. That way we can go ahead and secure these fireworks. Or we can say we want to pay for this, whatever comes in, we can secure for next year's fireworks show and see if they can raise money to get that. But to be honest, I need to find another group to help raise those funds. I've been personally raising funds for Market Street Plaza, and it is taking a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of effort. I can't be physically raising money for fireworks on top of that. I've got some things out there that we're working on, but that's going to take a while for sustainability of fundraising for events. That would help pay for that, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. We're trying to figure that out. So A, are you interested in this? B, which way would you like to go if you are interested in it?
Do we have a gut feeling on what might possibly be collected from the other groups so far? Or
in the past, it's been between 5,000 and 7,000.
Yeah.
And it's a $20,000 show.
So likely will be somewhere around 15 in the end. After,
I don't even know the answer to that.
well, maybe not likely, but it's not unreasonable to think that.
The other thing is it's hard to schedule a fireworks show. You need to be a year out.
Right.
So I have to commit to, really by this fall, if we want to do it next year, I'd have to commit to a dollar amount. And then that's what we'd have to secure. So it's kind of hard to do. This is the scary part. I'm here trying to commit to this and I haven't done all my fundraising for it yet. Now, there's some things we can do, but it's a lot of it.
And we have a show going on at the same time, right? So we could
It's going to
announce
be,
the sponsors
it's
for
going to be,
fireworks.
absolutely. It's going to be coordinated. The good thing with our sponsorships is it's all digital. So it's all on the screens. We've really simplified that so we can modify those anytime. We haven't engaged with the band yet to see if they're going to play during the fireworks or if we can play music during the fireworks, but those are last minute details. But there will be music during the fireworks. They won't be coordinated, but there will be music. And the good things with the music is you'll be able to hear it down over the hill because I know you said you were on the east side
Oh, yeah.
and you could hear it plain as day.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
So we might and we're changing our speaker system setup. So now it's going to be even further reaching. So
That's awesome.
well, not to deviate, but what we learned was there's two types of speaker systems. You got a static system and you have an array system. Array is the ones you see that hang, arch. Static's the one we have. Arrays are the best, but they are very expensive. So we just couldn't put that in the budget. The speaker systems we have, the tops are an array style, even though they're not array. So we're fabricating a system right now, and I got winches to do it, where our top speakers will mount to a bracket, go up the pole, get the proper angle.
Okay.
That way I can cover the area without blowing your ears out. Because a static system, if you noticed our big concerts, everyone's set back by light poles because it was pretty loud. So now the speakers will be up, the subs will be down. We'll turn a couple of the monitors around for infill, and now the front won't get their ears blasted. But we'll be able to cover the area good. So the east side will hear better now. But the rabbit trail, those are the changes we're making. So they'll be able to hear that down over there very clear.
That was option A, right? Are there two options? Or
Option is, if we want to fund it, do we fund it and then save the money for next year or fund it and reimburse ourselves back? And then figure out next year's later. If we can figure out next year's. Really depends. To me, it's going to determine how much fundraising happens outside of what I've already done. If that makes any sense. So there is a couple.
What are your
of
thoughts?
really want fireworks in Connersville for our 250th anniversary. I remember hearing about the 200 year. So, or for America, but
I think maybe, do we just need to fund it and move forward?
That's-
One step at a time?
That's a question.
Like you mean like have the donations move towards next year?
Yeah.
Okay. How big is it with that $20,000? How big of a show? Cause I know that Baptist Temple brings in Baptist Temple or like Cincinnati Reds.
Mhm.
I don't know how much they spend.
They spend about 35. I'll be wrong if I say between 35 and 40,000. And I know they're trying to build it up every year. So last year it could have been more. I don't know, but I know at one time when I asked them, they were spending like 35,000.
so since the funds would be non-used, whatever is collected, if we made the initial 20,000 investment and whatever is received as donations, that money isn't going to be spent for 365 days.
Right.
Correct.
Is there any group of our government or city government that's allowed to invest that to let potentially grow in that year? I mean, 10% on that would be nice.
Yes,
We're currently not getting 10%.
No.
I think just in the last year, it's dropped from another percentage. Yes, I can invest it, but it won't have that big of a return.
We're very limited on what we can and cannot invest in.
I wondered about that.
So, you can make investments, but in which we have stuff invested. I mean, all our money here is invested as well.
Right.
But it's
Maybe we can find out more about that later, but that does give me more thoughts on making that feasible. So
that's
yeah, I'd say I'd motion for funding the fireworks entirely for this year with the express hope that it's not the same next year from the same group. fundraising, all that considering.
Do we have a second?
Are you gonna specify amount?
What was it?
20,000.
20,000.
And we could possibly see that be more next year, right? I mean, based off the deal that,
Oh, we can make it in.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
It's about, I think he said it was between about 1,000 and 1,200 a minute is what they anticipate. So
okay,
we had it was, I forget what the original quote was, 22 to 24,000. So it's gonna be around a 20-minute show. Well, I think it's what we had planned. But these are bigger fireworks too. I mean, these are not small fireworks. These are very nice fireworks.
Is there any sales that the city is putting on during the 4th of July, t-shirts or hats or anything? I don't expect that there is. I'm just asking.
I have not planned any of that yet. We're going at the concert, we'll have stuff. We'll bring food trucks in, different things like that. We imagine there'll be a lot of people downtown for this event.
Right.
You want to design a shirt for the city?
There you go.
I've used ChatGPT before. It doesn't sound very hard with that. So just
Well,
gotta find somebody to print it and make it
Well,
proper.
you find a shirt and I will try to take it to a printer to get the best quotes, and
I could do that. Yeah.
All right.
we have multiple talented people in here.
It's true.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
What's your thoughts, sir? Well, we have a motion, but still.
I'm fine. I'm kind of looking down the road 2-3 years from now. Is this something, will we raise enough or are we constantly gonna pay? Cause I know we've talked about, yes, we're losing our revenue stream for this, for a fund balance.
Mhm.
So for a year or two, sounds great. Next year we might, with it rolled over, pay another 5,000-10,000, which is fine. But it's after that point, where do we draw the line and when is it?
Correct.
Do we just stop the show again? Then we're back to square one. Everybody's complaining about
Well,
the fireworks.
yeah, I'm not looking at this as a sustainability thing for the redevelopment fund.
Okay.
I'm looking to fund the 250th. My question was, do we try to hope that someone will pick up and run fundraising with it? The other question is, if we raise funds for it and they don't, what do we do with those funds?
Yeah.
Obviously, we can roll them in redevelopment, we should do pay for them anyway, but yeah, sustainability going forward is my biggest issue. And I do not see that as we're not going to continue funding that. I can't see that.
Yeah.
We have a list of everyone the EDG and the RDC has helped financially, I assume, businesses and such.
Well,
We could probably reach out to them as the short list, as saying, we're not asking for a huge contribution, but we're celebrating the economics and we're of
Sure.
Connor, so we're fronting the foot bill and
We've got a lot of businesses in this community
that have
too.
gotten
That help.
yeah.
I'm really, so I don't want to, just because Brad's not here, I don't want to say something. I have actually,
Right.
and I haven't even brought this up to EDG board, but I petitioned Brad about the EDG taking over the fundraising for the fireworks. And the reason I got that model, that's exactly what Rushville does.
Mhm.
Their EDG does all their fundraising for
Mhm.
fireworks.
I think last meeting, wasn't it? Or 2 meetings ago.
Yeah, so
And talked about that.
I've talked to them about that. The board has not been aware of this. If it's, and that may not be a direction they want to go, but I'm looking for someone like that to take over the fundraising to help continue this thing going forward and see the fireworks come back. So,
I'd be perfectly fine then rolling over the donations raise this year into next year. So at least gives us kind of a head start on this. And then if we can get stuff from the EDG or somebody else going forward, that'd be great. I mean, 20,000 for at least our balance at the time is fine.
yeah, it's doable for us right now.
Yeah. So that's
Going
that's no
forward,
problem.
we can.
Right.
Right.
I'm kind of looking at this same thing. I use the ARP funds for Mark trees that kick off to get it started. It's kind of what I'm looking at this too.
Okay.
And if the funds don't come in, I mean, that is what it is.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, there's going to be people complain, but at the end of the day, if they want it, they're going to have to step up and help pay for it or help raise money for it.
Right. And I get it. Fireworks, a lot of people love it, but I guess I'm frugal in the sense that I hate seeing my money blow up.
Yeah, I know, right?
No,
So
I completely
Burn those dollars.
yeah,
I feel that too.
that part kind of box stance.
I'm the same
City
way.
event, but 250th year, I get it.
And that was my motivation. I was like, man, with 250th year, we want to make a big deal out of this.
Mhm.
That was really what was my motivating factor. Going forward is the issue with me
Right.
because it's not going to be, with the impacts of the legislation, there's not gonna be wiggle room for anything extra going forward from the city side.
Right. Yeah, I'm good with the rollover then, the next year from the
So-
donations.
That was your motion, right? To roll it over.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else under new business, Mr. Mayor?
We have some new things coming up that we're just in the research phase.
Okay.
I know you're hearing a lot of data center talk.
Mhm.
My stance on that is I can't tell you if I'm for 'em or against them. I want to do my research.
Right.
And I'm not using AI to do it. So I want to talk to people that have them and see what are the good, what are the bad,
Mhm.
so we can understand the truth about
Right.
what these things, because there's a lot of information out there. Some of it's accurate, some of it's not.
Right.
A lot of fear out there. So we are not in talking with the data center. I get that question a lot. Well, there's already data equipment up there. That's not what this is.
Right.
There is a company that stores data center equipment, but it's for another project.
Right.
So we're just trying to engage in conversations. You don't know if you don't engage. And
That too.
then I'll draw my conclusions after we engage those process. But we are in talking communication with some other types of companies. So we're keeping that ball rolling. It's going to be very, very tricky. Incentivizing anything. Even the state has changed their incentivizing packages.
Yeah.
It's going to be very challenging. So we have to be very creative and try to find another way of doing this. So once we get more detail, I'll bring you guys in the loop. We'll probably have to have an executive session because I can't talk about all these things on camera because it is the negotiations. Once they're done, we can talk about it, but in negotiations, we cannot. So I'll be bringing those to your attention as we start getting closer, but no, just to answer everyone's questions. We are learning about data centers, but that's just about it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Updates, Mr. Mayor. You got anything for
I
us?
gave you everything I have, unless you have any questions for me on anything.
Like, no,
Of course, Brad isn't here.
And I got the wrong date on there, February 27th.
That's today.
Ah.
I'm gonna fire my secretary.
Uh-oh.
Probably be March 27th.
Yeah, let me make sure, because, yep, March 27th.
Well, that's not on the agenda. March 27th.
And don't forget, let's see, April, May, the only month I changed, it didn't even change, never mind. May, I have a wedding, so, but I thought I moved the week up, but it's all naturally the right week, so it's good.
Okay, anything else for the good of the cause? If not, I would accept a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yay. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much.